My name is Ronda, and I've been coming to South Fellowship for about 18 months now, October of 2015. When I graduated from high school, I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, so I answered an ad in a newspaper and joined a rock band, and traveled the country a little bit with this band and played in clubs. And through that band, I started a relationship with the bass player. After a period of time, I became pregnant, and we had a little girl, and decided that we should grow up and get married. And we did, and we had premarital counseling, and through our premarital counseling, we joined the church. God opened up another opportunity, and we attended another church, and he was asked to come on full-time there. So we became a family serving God. It was just wonderful to be doing what God created you to do, and I loved every minute of it. And then one day, out of the blue, after nearly 20 years of marriage, I got a phone call. It was an old boyfriend from high school. I'm, happily married for 20 years. I've got 3 kids, and, that was pretty much the end of the phone call. And he said, at the end, he said, well, if ever things change, call me. And I don't know why, but 3 days later, I called him back and began a phone relationship for about a month before I went and met him and began an affair for about another month. I knew better. I knew I was sinning. I knew all of it, but I still chose to be selfish. I bit hard on a lot of lies. And then I was caught and I was confronted. My husband was completely shocked and devastated, and I wouldn't accept phone calls or anything. And I ran out to my boyfriend's house, and the next day after all this happened, an email went out to the entire worship arts ministry, which is about 90 people, and it spelled out what had happened, and it was so humiliating, and I was so full of shame. People that had looked up to me and, that I had prayed with for them, and here I was. So, yeah, we got divorced, and I began a life with the boyfriend. My relationship with the church after that was non-existent. I didn't go back to church except for an occasional Christmas service at some obscure church that no one would know me. My son Joe just wanted to attend South with his friend one day. He'd been attending another youth group, and his friend invited him to attend, and I walked in, and I just remember feeling like, does anybody know me? Does anybody recognize me? I just don't want anybody to just... I felt such judgment coming from people from the church, and I didn't want anybody to see me and judge me. I sat in the very back, and just the music played, and I don't even remember what songs it were anymore, but it was, I just couldn't hold back the tears, and I just felt God turning me around. You don't have to go that way anymore. You can come back. For a few months, it just felt like I'm just slowly drinking a glass of water finally, just finally getting rehydrated. Things just started to become clearer to me. I started to pray. I started to ask God. I started to seek Him, started to read. God has shown His grace through so many people to me through all of this with coming back to Him. Every one of my children, they have all encouraged me, forgiven me, cheered me on. They've been amazing. And my ex-husband Todd and his wife Linda, the grace that they've been able to show is just, it can only come from God. It changed my shame and my guilt into just regret. The most surprising piece of the journey of grace, God was nudging me to get back into worship. My daughter Molly had been on my case for a long time. Mom, you need to get back to it. You need to get back and sing again and do what you were made to do, you know. And I just always told her, you know, Molly, that part of my life is over. I think, you know, it's just, that part's in the past. Met with Ryan and said, hey, would you have a problem with me just speaking to Aaron to see if maybe I could begin to participate a little bit? And I received more grace there. It feels amazing to sing again. It just, and to not have to be anonymous about it anymore. That I can let everybody know. This is what God's done for me. You don't have to go that way anymore. You can come back. And I've come back